Very good evening to all. I would, before I start my lecture, I really want to thank Mike and all the deans whom I met on a Saturday evening over the dinner. And I thought it would be a great opportunity to come here and interact with students from Jose Rizal. I heard a lot about Philippines. This is my second visit. To be very honest with you, it's Philippines has actually really touched me. I see so many English-speaking students. It just reminds me that India and Philippines should do more, and Indian law students and Philippines law students should collaborate more. At the end of this presentation, I'll be very happy to announce the kind of steps, the kind of scholarships that we will institutionalize for all of you to make sure that you will become the next generation, or what I call as 21st century lawyers. So let's wait for those. But again, thank you so much for showing up. Today what I'm going to do with you is going to be a very unique experimentation. I get welcomed every summer to go and teach 50 brightest students in Harvard using what is called as a Harvard case study method. So I'm going to experiment that case study method involving all of you, and we're going to solve some of the most complex problems of AI and law by using one of the most sophisticated methods ever developed in the history of legal education called the Harvard case study method. Now, the rules of the game are very simple. I will be introducing a case study. I want all of you to very carefully listen to the case study. After the case study, I will lay down options for you. All of you who are sitting in this auditorium will choose options. And I will ask you questions randomly, choosing anybody from this auditorium, what your options are, and I will ask you how you're going to defend my questions pertaining to those options. We're going to unlearn whatever we have learned in the law school. We're going to relearn, and the beauty of this is it is going to be you solving the problems, not me. You solving the complex problems through what others have to contribute. At the end of the day, you're going to learn the new way of learning legal methodology, and this is practiced in Harvard Law School, called as the Harvard case study method. Now, why I want to do this to students in Philippines? Let me very clearly articulate this. Law is becoming more a transnational subject, and artificial and AI and law is making it much more transnational. So whatever the complex problems are going to be there in US or China are going to be the same unique problems that are going to be in Philippines pertaining to AI and law. So we all need to try to solve complex problems, and our effort is to make sure that the world is one, the policies are one. At the end of the day, you can go and take those jobs that exist outside Philippines, and that is the intention of this exercise. Please follow my case study. If you're not understanding my case study, then it will be very difficult. It's a very simple case study. How many of you like Japan in this auditorium? How many of you have traveled to Japan? Raise your hands. Wow, okay. How many of you would love to go to Japan? The entire auditorium maybe? Raise your hand. Okay, good. So the example that we're going to take is, I've chosen Japan because I know students in Philippines like to go to two countries, Korea, Japan, right? So I've done my homework before I come to Philippines, what they like, correct? So I'm going to use a case study that actually emerged from Japan, went to US, and that case study is going to be part of my presentation called The Limits of Artificial Intelligence-Driven Law Enforcement. Now what this case study is, there was the world's first autonomous car, and the codes and the softwares for the world's first autonomous car was developed by a Japanese called Wakabayashi. He developed these codes in 2016. His name is Wakabayashi. So what did he develop? He developed level 4 autonomous car software. What does that mean? If you are driving a car and if you choose to put the car in the Waka mode, you can let the steering wheel free, the car would drive itself. The beauty of the car was, it was a level 4. What does it mean, level 4? If there was any human or a pedestrian would come in front of the car would apply brakes, the car would stop, and it would allow the pedestrian to cross, and the car would either trigger the driver to take it in the manual mode, or it will slowly start moving. This is called the Waka mode in 2016. Mind you, you guys are talking about autonomous car today. The first software for autonomous car was developed as early as 2016, right? Now, the state of Arizona in the United States got super excited about this Wakabayashi and Waka mode. What did they do? They took the Waka mode as an experimentation. They allowed a law, they passed the law in the state of Arizona asking all Uber cars can go and experiment and put the software called the Wakabayashi, to the Uber cars. Now, very interesting. What happens? One fine day, but there was a policy in state of Arizona. Anybody who puts the car or buys this software or installs the software inside the car has to do one precondition. He needs to have 2 cameras. One is the dashboard camera facing outside what is happening, and the second is another camera facing inside what the driver is doing, so that any mishappening gets recorded. So this was a precondition. On an evening of 2017, a Uber driver was driving in the highways of state of Arizona, put the car on the Waka mode, and he was driving the car. The car was at a very reasonable speed. It was driving. Suddenly, a pedestrian comes from the bushes. The car does not stop. The car knocks the pedestrian out, causing an injury, and eventual death, an accidental death takes place, involving the driver was driving the car was in Wakabayashi mode, that is the Waka mode, and third, the pedestrian was a poor pedestrian who was trying to cross the road, he was knocked. Now, it was a very sad state, and the state of Arizona came into a room to solve one very complex question of law. The complex question of law was, first they had to investigate the matter. The investigation on the dashboard cameras very clearly revealed that the driver had undertaken all safety measures and put the car on Waka mode. Now, the investigations also revealed that it was a judgment error by the AI software that was installed in the car. A judgment error can be even done by a manual driver too. Sometimes it can happen, right? The same thing happened in this case by the AI driver. And what is the name of the driver? Who was the AI driver here? Waka? Thank you, right? Now the state of Arizona had to solve one complex question. Who is going to be liable for the pedestrian's death? They identified 5 important characters, right? Now your options. These are your options. Option 1. The driver was driving the car. Option 2. Waka Baya Chi. The Waka mode. The AI driver was driving the car. Option 3. The software developers of that AI software were sitting in Japan. Right? Option 4. Option 4. The Transport Regulation Authority of State of Arizona for passing such a software without testing or without taking additional measures. Option 5. The Governor of State of Arizona for signing and allowing this to be passed and could be experimented on the Uber cars. Right? 5 options. Option 1. Shout out. What is option 1? Driver. Option 2. Option 3. Option 4. Transport Authority. Option 5. State. Very good. So you have the options. Now I am stepping back. The state of Arizona is actually creating 200 smart lawyers from Philippines to identify and solve this problem. They're asking you. They're asking all of you, please give us a solution. How do we solve this problem? Who do we make liability? Where does the liability start and end for artificial intelligence driver? Can I ask you one question? A real driver, you can see. He exists. Can you see an artificial AI driven car or an AI driver? Yes. Okay. How many of you in this auditorium will go with option 1, driver? Raise your hand. Option 1, driver. Okay, there is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I saw one hand here. Okay, great. Can we give the mic to the gentleman here, please? Yes. Give him a round of applause. Come on. Now, the rules of the game. You will give me your name, right? And then you have chosen driver. And you're going to say why you chose driver. And you're going to explain all of us why we should make the driver inside the car liable. Is that clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Please.
Actually, I would.
I can't hear you.
Actually, if I could choose, I would choose options 1 and 2.
No,
So-
no. You cannot. One option only.
If-
You know, in an examination, if I say select one, you cannot say 1 and 2.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. If
One option.
If only one, I would choose the first option.
What's your name?
option,
What's your
sir.
name?
Neil Espinosa, sir.
Okay. What do you do?
I am a law student, sir. Second year law student.
Amazing.
And,
Give him a round of applause. Come on. Bravo.
and I work at National Center for Mental Health.
Very good. Please tell me why you are choosing driver.
First of all, as you've said, sir, there was, I think if I remember correctly, if I understand the situation correctly,
Correct. Go ahead.
there was an option for the driver to switch on the manual mode. And the car would immediately turn manually. So if there is any mishaps to happen, the driver can immediately make the correct changes.
Okay. So
to avoid the accident. So I think for me, I would go with option 1 since there was a driver, as you've said.
very, very good. Very good. So give him a round of applause. Very good. So Basically, what you're trying to say is, there's only one person in this world who could have made an effort to stop that mishappening.
Yes, sir.
That could be the driver inside the car.
Yes, sir. And the accident.
I heard you. I understood you. I want to ask you two questions. Did you push the button? Did you push the AI mode button? When you put the AI mode button, why did you put the car in AI mode button?
Well, based on the...
You have that option, right?
Yes, sir.
It's like when you travel in the aeroplane, you should know 30-40% of the time, the airplane is in autopilot mode. Right? What is autopilot mode? None of the pilots have control over the plane. Right? The plane is self-driven by the autopilot or the AI who is actually driving the flight. Similarly, when the driver chose to push that button, the walker mode, you are basically putting the car in the AI mode, correct?
Yes, sir.
The moment you put the car in the AI mode, do you still have control of the car?
No more, sir.
No more, right?
Yes, sir.
So you have to do two steps. You are driving at, let's say, 60 miles an hour speed or 50 miles an hour speed. Do you think it is reasonable for us to conceive a driver get the car to the manual mode, apply brakes? That as a reaction time, correct?
Yes.
First he has to see somebody coming.
Yes, sir.
Second, he has to put the car in the manual mode.
Yes, sir.
And third, he has to apply the brakes.
Yes, sir.
Correct?
Yes, sir.
All these three things is time consuming.
In the event of such accidents, sir,
Correct.
the driver,
I agree with you, but I'm just questioning you. Think loud.
I think the driver should have...
Okay, I'll come back to you. How many of you chose option 2? Option 2. Nobody from this side? Option 2 is AI mode. Only one person. Anybody AI mode? Okay. Wait. Come on, give a round of applause. Come on. Please stand up. Come on. Be brave, come on. Give a round of applause. Okay. There is this gentleman inside the auditorium who says the AI driver who he cannot see, who he cannot touch, who he cannot feel, is going to go after him. Come on.
My name is Glenn from Bicolana. I'm a first-year law student.
Bravo!
So, actually, I was meant to raise hand for the programmer, but
okay.
I tried to defend the second option. I forgot that it's the third option.
See, that's why you have to pay attention, no?
Yeah. So I guess...
Guys, please be quiet. Let's hear him, please. Come on.
I guess the AI itself should be faulted in this case because, as to my understanding, AI has the capacity to evolve and to learn on
Correct.
itself. Regardless of those that do the coding for such AI, we are putting our trust and our faith on the software that basically, how should I put this? We are risking our lives for the use of such. So we are putting our faith on how these AI models are being able to learn on itself and to improve accordingly.
Fair enough. But let me tell you the complexity of the law. Even today, whether AI can be accepted as a legal person is disputed in the courts of law. What does that mean? Let's say you create an AI software which takes the picture of all this beautiful young woman and You put that, you create a software which can give you the painting by anybody. Let's say Van Gogh, right? You take the photo, put it in your app, it gives the painting of the best artist. As an artificial intelligence app, you cannot even get intellectual property rights today because AI is not recognized as a natural person and it is just a legal person. So that itself is disputed today. So to take a AI, which is Waka Bayachi, and go put it in a jail, it is not going to happen, right? It's going to take some more time for us to evolve. Whether AI is just an artificial intelligence, or is it real intelligence, or does it have a subconscious mind, we are still not there, right? It's going to take some time. The question of law still is disputed. Third option, the programmers. How many of you think the programmers should go to jail? Come on, all of you raised your programmers. Programmers. Yes. Can you give him the mic? Come on. Come on, come on.
Hello, good afternoon po. Personally, I don't think that we could blame the first option, which is the
Driver.
human, because they're not in control as of the moment or the accident that occurred at that very moment. And second option, we couldn't blame the AI for they're not a human entity, and basically they are created by the creators, and whatever mishaps that they did or mistakes that happened, it is due to the lack of, or what you could say, imperfect programs.
Give him a round of applause. Come on, he's thinking. Absolute analytical. Right? You know, his logic is beautiful. What he says is, if I buy a car, and if my car is breaking down, I would definitely blame the manufacturers of the car. Right?
Yes,
It's a
yes,
product
sir.
liability. Good. Come on. Very good. Very good. What's the name? Which year you're in?
My name is John Austria, sir.
Which year?
Third year criminology.
Very good. Very good. Very good. Further, explain.
So, for me, the one that should be prosecuted is the creators, since they are the ones that are responsible for creating the programs, and whatever lack of, let's say, efficiency of the program should be accountable to them.
You know, I have done these workshops in so many parts of the world. For the first time, somebody has created a new rule of liability called creator's liability. That is you, man. Really good, amazing, good thinking. Keep it up. Very, very good. You know what I would suggest? You're a criminal law student, right? See
Criminal justice, sir.
Criminal justice student, right? See if you can develop such a rule of liability in criminal law. Therefore, you can always tell the world, I'm not trying to say your answer is the correct answer, but you can always tell the world that if somebody is creating something which is going to put people at risk, be it automobile, be it cars, be it AI softwares, they have to take care of the liability. So it is an extension of consumer liability, which is creator's liability. It's a very new thinking process, thought process, but you can spend a lot of time whether such a liability can be created in criminal law. That will help you. If you're doing some thesis, explore that point. Okay? Very
Yes,
good. Next, actually amazing. Round of applause. Next. Option 4. Option 4. What is option 4? Forgot. So soon. What is option 4? Anybody for option 4? Where? Yes, option 4. Stand up, come on, give him a round of applause. Come on, come on. It's okay, guys, speak out. See, I'll be honest with you. There is no correct, right, wrong answers here. Right? We are trying to discover, and you are trying to analyze. You are trying to put your best foot forward. So be brave. Come on. Anybody for option 4? Okay, option 5. The governor of Arizona, sorry. Anybody? Now that I'm asking questions, people are not wanting to answer. Not fair. This girl here, she said option 4. Yes. Can you give the mic? Now she should defend. Come on, now I'm going to choose people. There. The white dress. Yes. Option 4. Now, I am not a professor who is not watching. I am very clearly watching. The mic is going to come to the front row. You be ready next. Yes. You chose option 4. Correct? Correct.
Option 4 would be Transport Regulatory Board of Arizona.
Correct. And you said yes, Transportation Board of Authority. Yes. Come on. Now you reason it out. Why? What's the name?
My name is Joanna, so I'm a first-year law student.
Come on. Round of applause. First-year law student. Bravo.
Actually, my option would be option 3, but okay.
That's okay. Go ahead. If you want to speak about option 3, go ahead. No problem.
Okay, option 4, I would say that they would be held liable because the transport regulatory should be the one monitoring the traffic rules.
Absolutely.
And they should be able to review what the software programmers have presented to them before they pass such automotive car AI generate.
Absolutely. Good.
AI
You're going
driven.
good.
So they should be held liable because they should see the pros and cons of passing such AI-driven
To the public. Yes. Come on. Give a round of applause. Amazing.
So before they pass such project and present it to the public, they should consider the safety of the public.
Absolutely. Bang on. I'm so proud of you. Come on, speak out. You guys have amazing ideas. Okay, what she articulated is beautiful. What she said is, sir, the roads are owned by the state and the cars are driven by individuals. The state is, if it is bringing a new entity, which is AI, right? It should make sure that entity is absolutely suitable to drive the car in all conditions. And that responsibility is always on the state. Therefore, what she's saying is, if state is having that responsibility, and if it is not doing the job properly, the people who are responsible for doing that job should be held liable. In this case, the road transportation is with the transportation, and therefore they should be held liable. Absolutely wonderful. Come on. Amazing. Good. Are you ready? You, option 5. You're going to talk about against why the governor of the province should not be held liable. Give him the mic. So since she is enjoying so much, she will also assist you. Please stand up.
Hello.
Yeah, your good name and why.
My name is Andre po.
I can't hear. Oh!
Yo.
Is he the best soccer player in Philippines? Is that why you're making the noise? Wait. Yes.
I think the liable about this accident is the number 5 because first of all, why would the government allow the production of the car if they're not really sure about the the capability of it when you drive it in highway. And as per the said earlier, the drivers does any safety procedures, and the IT is also transparent about what he does in the AI, and he also said that it's experimental. So it's the government works to prove if it's really compatible to drive in safety highway.
Very good. Which year you are in? Which year of law school you are in?
First year for legal management.
How many of you are very good? Come on, give me a round of applause. How many of you? How many of you have studied tort law? There is a principle in tort law called the rule of strict liability. If you buy something dangerous, and if you allow that something dangerous to escape, whoever has brought that dangerous can be held liable, right? In this case,
the government, sir.
You exactly spoke the rule of strict liability. You spoke the rule of strict liability. Have you studied tort law? Tort law?
The state.
Yes? Correct? You have not studied tort law?
Hindi not yet po.
Okay. He says he does not study, but his answer is correct. Yeah, we give him a round of applause. You want to add on to what he says? Very good. Good effort. Bravo.
Hi, I'm Elijah V. Abong from Legal Management first year. I think, can I answer differently?
Yes, please, come on.
Sorry. I think every choices you give are interconnected because we talked about it a while ago. Firstly, for the driver, I think he has to be liable since he's the driver. He has to be aware, and that's part of the law. And what's the second option? Sorry. Ano I said? AI. Well, if it weren't for the programmer, the third choice, if there weren't be any AI, and for the fourth, the transport, it's like LTO lang naman yun. I think that's part of the government, the last option. They are technically connected. It's the branch of the government. So, again, as he said a while ago, the, what do you call this? The programmer, the AI, said that they are transparent about it since they said it's, what do you call this? Experimental. So, honestly, it just sums up to what he said, that the government should be aware of what they...
what is happening, what policies they make. Yes, good, come on, very good. Can I get the mic? This guy, please stand up. What's your name?
I am Cedric Di Villanueva, first year from Legal Management.
Come on, amazing. I want to ask you a very different question.
To answer your question, I would go with her answer. Every choice is interconnected itself. Like for example, the driver itself should be liable because of what principle? Before you take or get a driver's license, you undergo practice testings, driving testings, and he or she should be aware of what he has done. Because, for example, if he undergo to any car accident, then he will be liable because of what principle? First, he personally put full of his trust on the AI itself. Next is...
So he wants to use the AI to answer this question. Is it correct? ChatGPT.
Next is the IA.
So he's asking the ChatGPT, give me the correct answer.
I don't use
ChatGPT says there is no such case study.
Next is the AI driver or Wakabayashi. The AI driver, like for example, Tesla, BYD, the AI cars, or AI driver itself, I don't think that it has the liable because of what principle. They were just created by the programmers. So next to go to the third question, the programmers. The programmers who created the codes. To put differently, my uncle has a IT company, and I watched how their IT created the codes. It undergo like a very several type of testing before they put through the computers the codes. So I think they are also can be liable for the accident, because why? They should be aware of what happened, and they should the people who use their codes or the product that they created can file a complaint to the company, because the company who created the codes should undergo practical testing and hard practical testing, just like what I have seen in the company of my uncle. Next, the Transport Authority of Arizona. Well, I'd say that the Transport Authority of Arizona can be held liable also for some reasons. They allowed the program itself be enacted to the community. And lastly, the last...
Haryana, Governor of Arizona. I heard you. So let me, I want you to come back. Thank you. Give him a round of applause. You know, in today's AI-driven cars, the situation is more complex. There is no driver sitting even in the driver's seat. The car is completely level 5 autonomous driven. The passenger is sitting in the passenger seat. There is no driver sitting in the driver's seat. Now let me ask you this question. Yes, stand up. If you have to drive a car in state of Philippines, what is that you have to go through? Do you need a license?
Yes, sir.
Before you obtain the license, what you have to go through?
Driving school, sir.
Driving school and learner's license,
Driver's license.
and then driver's license, correct? Correct?
Yes, sir.
Now, is it mandatory for AI-driven cars, which is driverless cars, to obtain any such licenses to drive? I'm asking a very important question. All of you said, we'll make the driver liable, AI liable, software developers liable, but did you even think for a minute, if this gentleman in Philippines today needs to drive a car in the road, he has to first go to driving school, learn driving, get learner's license, and then driver's license to drive. Is there any such obligation in law which says that an AI driver can drive the car, and that is actually not a driver, it is a software that is driving? Then who's going to put that software to a learning school? Who's going to put that software to a learner's license? Who's going to put that software to a driver's license? Did you even think? Let me tell you very, very clearly. The fully autonomous cars cannot be made liable at all. It is like you are running a washing machine in your house. The washing machine stops functioning. You can only call for maintenance. Can you say, hello, LG, you are liable, washing machine has stopped? No. The fully autonomous driverless car is also very complex, like your fully AI washing machines. Now the question is, in 2016, the government of America realized it's too soon to bring and introduce these products because they were clueless. There was no liability framework in the world which could actually say who to make liable. The WACA BIHs were withdrawn in 2017, but 2026 we are. So far, Harvard, Stanford, Princeton, everybody made an attempt to write a liability framework for autonomous cars, and everybody failed. We don't have a liability framework today. in any of the universe, which is going to tell you who are you going to make liable. I'll give you examples and I'll tell you why. You cannot make the Waka Bayachi AI because it is going to give you a 200-page instructions. Have you followed all the instructions? Right? Like for example, you buy a laptop or a phone, it is going to give you instructions how to use the phone. Have you used all these steps? And it's going to say, I don't think so, you've used all the steps. Right? Similarly, the vehicle maker will say, you know what? I sold the car, I gave this mode, it is up to you to use it or not to use it. I am not saying that you should use this car under all circumstances. You have an option not to use it. The software developer will say, there were no bugs when the software was being developed. The AI is an aggregator. The more the car commits accident, the AI will learn how to drive. Wow. Right? So, allow the car to commit more accidents. Right? It is impossible to write a legal framework for 100% level 5 driven autonomous car. I think I am not going to be solving that complex problem. It is up to you. The reason why I brought this example is not to tell you what is right, what is wrong. Your legal minds are required to start thinking about the new opportunities that exist and the skill that you ought to develop. Let me tell you about a second case study which was my own experience, and I'm writing a book on this. And this again comes back to Filipino because the example revolves around Filipinos. In 2018, 2019, 2020, the world was doing an experimentation. There were a lot of internet private chat rooms which were very vulgar and was getting into different kind of a zone. There was a Netherlands-based company called Terre des Nomes. Terre, T-E-R-E, Des, D-E-S, Nomes, N-O-M-M-E-S. This company said, I want to go after all the intruders in internet who are coming to the private chat rooms and enticing the young girls for favors. In fact, it is sexual favors. What did that do? The Terre des Nomes created a bot called Sweetie 1.0. Interesting, right? And it gave the bot a face, right, of a Filipino girl and made this bot, private bot, right, go to chat rooms. You know what? Sweetie 1.0 and this case study discovered there were 1,000 people who were sexual offenders who were coming to private chat rooms. The Interpol got the list of the sexual offenders. And Terre des Nomes thought, wow, what is happening? You know what they did? They created version 2.0 called Sweetie 2.0. This was a very interesting, it was an AI bot. Like for example, you would go to the private chat room and say hello. It would say, hi darling. It would entice you to know why you are there in the private chat room. In a span of 2 years, what happened? 2023 study, case study, one of the world's best case study. 12,000 sexual offenders were there in internet private chat rooms. And Sweetie 2.0 gave the list of these sexual offenders. Only one country went after these people, Australia. Other countries could not do anything with the sexual offenders. You know why? Guess why? Sweetie 2.0 is an AI bot. Since such offenses could not have been committed against a bot, there was no case in any court of law. Why? Because they are not natural beings. They are artificial intelligence system, and such offenses could not have been committed. It's a joke. I know this guy is a sexual offender, but I can't do anything. That is why the AI and the limits of AI is very sophisticated. I'll tell you one other very interesting case in our country. Raghav AI. In India is the first country in the world to give co-authorship rights for an artificial intelligence system. We are the only country in the world to give copyright to a AI system. Why? As per the intellectual property law of the world, only natural human beings can get intellectual property rights, not AI. But if I am using an AI to create the best painting in the world, only I can get copyright, not the AI which actually created. The world of law is becoming more complex. The reason why I'm talking to you is, guys, if you really want to challenge the world, you need to get into the complexities of artificial intelligence and law, because the career opportunities that this field is going to create, I'm telling you, people are willing to pay the money you ask. They want you to create framework, policy framework, liability framework, rights framework for artificial intelligence. The world is not able to move in this direction because you cannot understand AI and you cannot define AI under the rules framework or policy framework or rights framework. I am not going to solve this problem. I expect the 21st generation lawyers, which is you, who is going to be solving this problem. You just think about Wakabayashi. You think it's a case study, is very simple. The complexities of the problem is tremendous. And I'm telling you this because, tomorrow, we're going to see an artificial intelligence lawyer arguing your client's case. We're going to see an AI judge deciding that case. If you want to make sure that your jobs are protected as lawyers, you start embracing AI, start understanding AI, start using AI. It is very, very critical. And IBM Watson is the first artificial intelligence lawyer in the world. And in Indian law firms, we have already started using AI lawyer, and I'm sure it is going to come into all countries. So start understanding how to use these things so that you will gain over others who may not know how to use these things, right? I'm telling you this because I'm one of the resource person for AI when it comes to taking classes, be it here or be it in different countries. I'm just telling you that OP Jindal has set up the world's first center in artificial intelligence and law. And I would want to welcome all of you to apply, to come and intern, work with us. It's one of the most amazing resourceful centers. Second, I had promised Vice President Mike that I would take 10 students, 10 alumni from your university, take them for the next level of training in legal education program. I welcome all the alumni to apply. But I also want to extend this opportunity not just to alumni. I told Mike, I'm happy to take 5 students who are current students to India to make sure that you get advanced training in legal education and legal profession. I am telling this to you because all throughout my life, when I went to UK, when I did my research fellowship, when I worked with the president of my country in writing one of the best books in higher education, I worked and I studied all throughout my life in scholarship. I want to give this opportunity for you to make sure that you come to India. You just have to incur the airfare, your 7 days of stay, accommodation, food, your training, everything is a scholarship, okay? But you need to be the best. You want to change the world. You want to make sure that when you come back to Philippines, you will train another 5, 6, 7 students. I think that is a kind of responsibility that I'm looking at. We are a world-class university. We are a 70th QS world-ranked law school in the world. And I really look forward to seeing all of you. Thank you so much for giving this opportunity. Thank you.